There are nearly as many legends and gods on Eamhna as there are tribes of men. Each people has passed down their own stories and forms of worship through the centuries, but only one entity outside of the Magisters has managed to weave itself into every corner of the island. Paintings depict tall, slender shapes with outlines as indistinct as smoke. Mats are woven with interlocking circles of stone, seen as a sign of their timelessness and ties to the earth. It is the fashion in many tribes for women to trim their ears to a point and cap them in decorative wooden tips in emulation of their fey-like and alluring nature. These are the Séanulk, the before folk. They existed in the cold soil of Eamhna long before any god set a sun over it and seeded it with life. Even devout followers of Grodd are careful not to offend the Séanulk, no matter how much they profess only one greater being with power over the souls of men. They are the true natives of the island, and even the Magisters did not trespass on their dwelling places. This is, of course, if you believe them to be anything but an old wives' tale that has suffused the subconscious of the island's inhabitants. No one can trace a singular origin to the myths surrounding the Séanulk, and while some details seem to be consistent across all cultures, such as their misty figures, stag-like antlers or helms, and pointed ears, they are often depicted in ways that are unique to specific tribal traditions. They can be feared as boogeymen or malicious tricksters towards those who accidentally trespass against their alien laws, or celebrated as the free spirits of Eamhna itself, unbowed by time or gods. To most tribes, the Séanulk are very real and accepted as a fact of life. They are asked for guidance, protection, and favors, or at the very least to not act against one's chosen course. Many oral traditions tie them strongly to the animals and trees of the island, and some worship them in a shamanistic form. Most, however, consider the Séanulk something completely separate from their own beliefs in the divine, to be appeased or treated with on their own terms. That being said, it is a common understanding that the Séanulk can interfere with the divine by binding souls to the land, and they are often considered responsible for tales of ghosts or the undead. Popular myths describe the Séanulk helping and hindering mankind in equal measure. Most agree that they are more likely to help those who show self-sufficiency and attunement to nature, while spurning those who attempt to master others before mastering themselves, or who try to tame the land through the mass cultivation of soil or damming of rivers. They are also strongly associated with predators such as wolves and bears, and for this reason, killing or hunting these animals are considered an invitation for misfortune. The tribes that worship the Séanulk are typically those dwelling in the deep forests that other men choose to avoid. They are wild people even relative to many of the other lawless tribes in Eamhna, wholeheartedly embracing the free and individualistic nature of the Séanulk. Others consider them mad, as worshipping the before folk is considered akin to worshipping a monstrous beast. They are to be respected and accounted for, but the prayers and adoration of men mean nothing to them. Still, there are whispers that these worshippers must win the favor of the Séanulk in some way to continue living in the darkest corridors of the woodlands.